Big wave surfing, I would define as 15 feet or more. All waves are very humbling, but especially in big waves, there are consistently moments where you're fearing for your life or you're questioning, am I gonna die? First, you gotta paddle out to what we call the outside, past the whitewash, past the breakers, waiting for the right wave. And then all of a sudden, the big one comes. It's kind of like a roller coaster, and it's like tick, 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 tick. And you feel that you've caught that wave, and it's like, boom, free fall. If you hesitate for even an iota, you get drilled. As a kid, it didn't matter to me that the other surfers my age were boys. I would make friends with those kids, and we'd go surfing, and it wasn't a big deal. You didn't realize that things were unequal because of your sex. When I was 8 years old, I wanted to be like a rock star pro surfer. But when you're a kid and you're growing up and you want to be a professional athlete as a female, most people are telling you that's not a plausible career path. I gave up on my dream of being a pro surfer, and I said, you know what, you're right, everybody's right. Everybody's been telling me you can't be a pro surfer, that's not a career path. And then I'm realizing that's totally unequal, and it doesn't matter if you're the best surfer in the world. When you're a female, you're not going to get the resources you need to support your performance. The first week I started surfing, I got a poster of Kelly Slater, the greatest surfer of all time, put it on my wall. I didn't see any female role models when I first started. He was 21 years old, and I just saw him standing there in the barrel. He was the most powerful, he was the most skilled, so I wanted to be like that surfer, the best surfer. When I was 13, I got to go with the U.S. junior surf team on a trip to Bali. I was just over the moon. I was going to be the youngest on the team, and I was one of two girls. And I had sponsors, and I quickly realized that the boys on the team, or the girls who had the model image, were getting better packages than me. And so it was heartbreaking, because I kind of was realizing that, hey, you're not going to be Kelly Slater, that poster on the wall that you saw when you first fell in love with surfing. I got burned out on surfing and the culture and the community due to the inequality. I just stopped competing and doing contests, and I made new friends, different friends who surfed and who weren't as competitive. I just went to hang out with the people who were free surfers, who were doing it for the fun and for the love. I hadn't even thought about a competition in years because I had given up on the whole competitive scene. And then one of my friends emailed me and said, hey, the organizers up at Nelscott Reef want to put together a women's heat. Are you interested? And I said, yes. I really, really connected with the community. The waves were awesome, they were big, and I won. And so when you win an event, it's like the next thing you want to do is like, okay, when's the next event? People say that Mavericks is the Mount Everest of big waves. So I was like, well, let's surf at Mavericks. Let's just ask the organizers, and of course they'll want to have us compete. And then when we asked the organizers, there were a lot of reasons why they didn't want us to be a part of it. The California Coastal Commission says that everybody has equal access to the coastline in California. So if you're shutting down the coast and you have an all-men's event, you're effectively excluding women. And the Coastal Commission voted that women should be included in the event, but they still didn't have a plan and didn't know what that would look like. We got the California State Lands Commission to say, hey, we're not going to give you this lease of the land for the day unless you pay equally. Once we got the California State Lands on board, the World Surf League decided, hey, you know what? We're not just going to pay equally at Mavericks, we're going to pay equally throughout the whole organization. Surfing means everything to me. Surfing is the #1 love in my life. It's my passion. Teaches me to be strong, courageous, teaches me how to share space with anybody. It's my world. When you connect with the wave and you come down and it's like just butter and all of your senses are heightened, like your eyes see everything and you can feel every single little tiny bump and every drop of water underneath your board, and it's just this total transcendent moment where you're absolutely present. I wanted to be like a rock star pro surfer. In comparison to what I wanted to be, I'm making it happen in my way. I have made all of my dreams possible through supporting myself rather than getting the support from the industry that I desired. So I'm really looking forward to the young girls getting the support from the industry because I think it's just what's right. Yeah, I don't know, we're gonna see what else lies ahead, but sometimes I think I'm a rock star. Who doesn't?